Hey, I think most of my followers out there know that I've been very busy lately, but I want to take a moment out today to talk about some things that I think are very important. Actually, I'm going to talk about 3 things, and I know my viewers, like myself, get easily distracted if they see something shiny or a squirrel or something, and they get confused easily, like myself. So I'm going to try to get through this quickly. Just remember, we're going to talk about 3 things here real quick. Now, the first thing is the Gun Show Loophole Tour of 2018. Now, I've talked about this in the past. I am not in any way affiliated with this. I don't do this, or there's no way I would do this. It would take too much time out of my life. But gun websites, he does this tour where he goes around the country producing videos, producing content for like Google searches, stuff like that, where people, when they search for gun shops, they'll actually see video and pictures of the gun shops, etc. He goes around, tries to bring awareness to the local gun shops, to the gun shows, gun museums, etc. And he takes time out of his life and literally lives in a van for like a month or 2 at a time to do this. And I think it's very important because, like I've said in the past, I think that one of the major things that's changed since when I was a kid and now, other than the fact that we didn't have 90% of the technology back then, and we all rode to school in our saber-toothed tigers, is that guns are no longer a part of our collective conscious. They're no longer a part of our lexicon. It used to be when I was a kid, the gun shop was right on Main Street, at least one of them. And you knew the owner, just like you knew the owner of the Western Auto that was next door. And no one was any more afraid of what was in the gun shop than they were of what was in the Western Auto, because it was a part of their daily life. They knew the owner, they knew what was there. It was just part of our culture. And it's gotten to where gun shops and gun shows, etc., are no longer part of our culture. And we need to bring that back. It's gotten to where it's pushed out onto the fringe, where it's almost like a dirty word, you know. So we need to bring that back. And Gun Websites is putting a lot of effort into making gun shops more visible, making gun shows more visible, just bringing it back into our collective consciousness, back into our lexicon, and making it important again so people start to understand the importance of guns and the Second Amendment. So I want everyone out there that follows me, go over and support this tour. It doesn't take much. You just got to go over and buy a sticker. It's like $10 to buy the sticker. This tour is going to be like 60 days, 8,000 miles, tour numerous gun shops, gun shows, and gun museums, and really help promote them on the internet. So go over, I'll put a link to the website below here in the description of this video, where you can go over and buy the sticker, slap it on your car, drive around proud with it on there. I know I'm going to. So that's the first thing I want to talk about, people. You can also go over to gunchannels.com, probably find your way to the Gun Show Loophole Tour page from there. Sorry, getting a little gassy here. But go ahead and go do that. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is something I hate to have to do, but I'm going to have to do it. Up until now, I've been letting people nominate other people for the TYMP Pistol Project. And if you're not familiar, that's where we give guns away to people that are in need, who want to exercise their Second Amendment rights, but for one reason or another just financially can't afford to buy a gun. But they're good law-abiding citizens who can legally purchase a gun. So we're helping them out. My Patreon supporters, I put that money towards buying guns for other people that need guns but can't afford them, because I think that spreads the love of guns to not only them, but their children, etc. So we're raising more people, especially people that are in lower income areas or lower incomes, because a lot of times all their kids see are bad guys with guns, gang members, etc. So I want them to see more good guys with guns, like their parents, their neighbors, etc. Well, up until now, I've been allowing people to nominate people for that program, nominate other people. Well, now I'm going to have to stop doing that, because unfortunately, surprise, some people have a problem with taking a free gun from some crazy guy on the internet that they've never met before. I don't see why they would. I mean, I would take a gun. Anybody wanted to give me a gun, if they said, hey, it's at your local FFL, go get it, I'd go get it, because I know I'm getting it legally. There's nothing that can be shady there. I'm getting it from an FFL. But some people are just, I guess I scare people. But so I can't let people nominate anyone else anymore. You have to nominate yourself. And that's simply because twice now, once the person has been chosen that was nominated by somebody else, they've been like, I don't want that, or I didn't even know they did that, or whatever. So now if you've got someone you think would benefit from this program, you have to contact them and have them send me the information. And the way you send that information is you just write a little page that says, hey, this is why I would like to be nominated to receive one of the guns, and send that to the email address of tympistolproject@gmail.com. I just created a new email for it. So just, if you know someone you want to nominate, just contact them and tell them. You can even write the story for them if you want to, but then have them send it to me at tympistolproject@gmail.com, and they will be in the running for one of the free guns. Now, the third thing I want to talk about has got to do with that. I don't have time to deal with this. And plus, I don't want to be, I mean, I got time to deal with it. I'll buy the guns and make sure they get shipped and everything. But I don't want to be the one choosing, because then it makes it look like, he just chooses whoever he wants to choose and blah, blah, blah. And I just want to eliminate all appearance of impropriety. So I would like to find at least 5 people out there that would be willing to be part of a full-time board that would review the entries as they come in. I would make one person in charge of the actual email address. So if you're someone who's responsible and can handle this and has time to do this, and you can sort through these and then disseminate them to the other people on the board, and then make your decisions and let me know each chat on Sunday who this week's winner is of a gun, I would greatly appreciate it. So just send your information to me over at my regular email address at shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com. Say you want to be on the selection committee. Just put in the subject selection committee, and I will just grab some people that send the information. Or if I don't choose you, it's nothing personal. I'm probably just going to take the first ones that come in because I'm lazy. But I really appreciate everyone that has helped out up till now, and I will really, really appreciate people if you would help out from here forward, because like I say, that way I could just pull myself out of the process, and that way it doesn't look like I'm choosing anybody. The actual patron supporters. Oh, and if you send in and say you want to be on the board, please be a patron supporter, because it's patron supporter money that's going to buy these guns. So I want the people choosing who gets them to be patron supporters. So if you're a patron supporter and you want to help, like I said, send me an email and put in selection committee and or selection board or whatever it is, whatever I said the first time. Do what I said the first time. And I'll select at least five people, and we'll have a little group that does that and then just notifies me every Sunday of who the winner is that week. So those are the 3 things I want to talk about. We got through them pretty easy. None of us got distracted. I didn't see any squirrels, so I did pretty good. So just wanted to cover those 3 things. And like I said, go support the gun show Loophole Tour. And if you're interested in helping me select the people who receive the guns from the TYMP Pistol Project, please let me know, because I want to get moving on this as soon as possible.